Okay, guys. So, a very good morning to all of you. We were discussing about in the last lecture, we started the electric discharge machining operations, and we discussed about the principal part that how the EDM process is, what is the concept behind that, what is the principle is that, and then okay, then we discuss about the working part of that. Okay, so today in this lecture today we are going to discuss about the how basically the material removal mechanism is takes place, how the material is exactly removed. As we are aware about that, we also seen in the last class that we are discussing about the electric discharge machining. Okay, so electric means electric spark is generated, and that is we are using the discharge fluid. Okay, so there is no, when the spark is formed, there is no formation of the ions, means from the anodes, means the positive ions and the negative ions, in which like exactly what happened in the ECM process, because we are using the discharge fluid, so there is no formation of the ions. Okay, from the materials. Fine. So how this when the spark is generated, it will remove the material. In the last lecture, basically we started with the I started with the literature part, that in which I mentioned that the experiments has been done in after the Second World War during the by the Russian scientists, and they basically invented that, means they proposed that if you we are using the spark in a oil in comparison with the air, then it will be in a means in a predictable way, and it will be uniform. Okay, so how the uniformity is takes place, that I already shown you in the last time, that there is a irregularities is there between the tool and the workpiece, and when there is a minimum gap, the spark is generated. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about that material removal rate, as well as we'll discuss about the characteristics or the functionality that is required for the dielectric fluid, as well as the tool electrodes, because here also the material is removed from the tool. Okay, it's not like 100% is material is removed from the workpiece area, because the spark is generated, and no doubt if it is spark is generated, then this is in between the tool and the workpiece. So definitely there will be a wear on the tool side, so that we have to keep in mind. And we'll discuss about, if we'll get the time, then we'll discuss about the modeling of MRR, that what is exactly the material removal rate in this one. Okay, so let's start, guys, today's session. So initially, okay, so this is the tool that we have seen last time, and this is the workpiece, and these are the some surface irregularities on that. So we have connected these workpiece and the tool with the power supply. Okay, DC power supply, that I already mentioned you last time, that how the we are using the Lazarenko circuit for that. Okay, and that Lazarenko circuit I have discussed, and in the future also, like in the next class, we will discuss about that in detail. Okay, so when the potential difference is created, like DC power supplies takes place, we discussed that this whenever there is a this is there is a surface irregularities on the workpiece surface, as well as the tool area. So like if there is a minimum gap, and complete setup is exactly the, sorry, complete this process is done in the container, and which in which the dielectric fluid is filled, or we, as we already mentioned, that there we are using the hollow tube section, okay, inside the tool, so through which this dielectric fluid is coming, and this is coming in between the workpiece and the tool surface. So this is flowing in this direction. Now I am not discussing that part. I am discussing that when this surface irregularities that we are taking, the surface irregularities that we are taking, wherever there is a minimum gap. Okay, so minimum gap, if we are considering that minimum gap is here, so first the spark will be generated here. Okay, here the spark is generated and the material is removed. Okay, once the material is removed, this tool is connected with the feeding mechanism. So as we are moving it toward downside, there is another surface irregularities which will make a minimum gap there. This spark will be generated. Okay, so this is how the material is removed. Now how this spark is generated, here is the main important thing is that. Okay, so now Okay, so this is the tool which is connected with the cathode side. Okay, and we are keeping this workpiece as a anode side. Okay, now anode means the positive, which will generate the positive side, positive ions, and this will generate the negative ions. But exactly as I said, that material itself is not removing these ions. Okay, means positive and the negative ions. So I'm just saying that these as it will be charged, it will release the positive ions. Now I'm not saying that this will remove the material's positive ions, means like how iron we are taking, so it will release the positive Fe plus ions, not that one, but we can say like in proton and the electrons term I'm saying. Okay, so if this is a cathode side, then it will release the negative ions, means it will release the electrons. And also as we are using the dielectric fluid in between that, so that these also have a dielectric fluid molecules. Okay, so is the electrode is the power supply is started, this electron when it will be charged after the steady state condition, this will release the electrons. Now this electrons definitely it will move towards some direction. So on behalf of moving on random direction, it will move like towards the positive ions. Okay, so it will try to move in this direction, as well as means the negative ions electrons which is generated at the tool, they will move toward the workpiece side, and the positive ions which is generated on the workpiece, they will move toward the tool side. Okay, now in between there is a molecules, dielectric molecules is also there, so they will collide with them as well. So when they will collide, the velocity of these molecules, now here I can say that this velocity can be of electrons, positive ions, and the molecules. Okay, so these velocities increases. Okay, as the velocity is increases, we can say that kinetic energy is increases, because kinetic energy is what, like kinetic energy will be equals to half mv square. So if the velocity is increasing, it means that kinetic energy is increasing. So as the kinetic energy is increases, this complete when these electrons will impinge over the workpiece surface. Okay, when it will impinge over the workpiece surface, they will remove the material from the workpiece area. Okay, so this is exactly happening the work, this material removal mechanism, that when this kinetic energy increases, the electrons which is impinging over the workpiece surface, as it has a very high kinetic velocity, so this complete kinetic energy is converted into the thermal energy when there will be an impingement. Okay, so when this complete kinetic energy is converted into the thermal energy means the temperature is generated over the workpiece surface, and this temperature in the range of, like we can say, 10,000 degrees centigrade. Okay, so if the 10,000, this is the range, like which is or more than that, the temperature is generated. It means that if the material is the energy which is generated in this range of this temperature, then if we simply talk about the steels, okay, then steel has 1535 degrees centigrade, okay, melting point. So this is like, if you talk about the 10,000 degrees centigrade, then this is the range like of 7 to 8 times. Okay, so in this case what will happen, the steel is not only melt, but it will be vaporized. Okay, so please keep in mind the main vaporization, the main material removed in this EDM process is due to the vaporization, or we can say this material which is vaporized, it's not actually the vaporization, but we can say in the form of, there will be evaporation and the melting, in other words we can say. Okay, so if the material removal rate that is occurs in ECM process, that is occurs due to the ion displacement, but in EDM process the material is removed due to the evaporation as well as melting, or in other words we can say there is a vaporization. Please keep in mind. Now let's move to the another part of this one which we discussed yesterday, that I will brief you that what we had gone through, that when these electrons, like okay, so these electrons are moving like from in this direction, and the positive ions which is moving in this direction, basically they are basically moving at the very high velocity. So when they are attaining that very high velocity, and as we are continuously supplying the current, now this the number of releasing the electrons in the positive ions is increases. Okay, so these here it will make like these kind of structures, or not structures we can say, but number of electrons are there, so all are moving towards the workpiece side, all the positive ions are moving toward the workpiece side, so they will form basically a ionized column. This is the ionized column. They will form the ionized column. Okay, now as the ionized column is formed, okay, and last yesterday we discussed about this one, which I told you that in the next class I will discuss this point, that is controlled pulse generator is used with the DC power unit. Okay, so here we are, as I mentioned, that we are using this DC power unit, but this DC power unit is again backside to that is connected with the controlled pulse generator. Controlled pulse generator. Okay, now what is the meaning of that? Its meaning is that whenever the power we are supplying, okay, here, but basically what is the purpose, what is how the material is removed? Material is removed due to the formation of spark, not the arc. Okay, here as I mentioned yesterday that arc is important, sorry, arc is not important, but the spark is important. Okay, so spark is generated, it means what, once these electrons which is impinging over the workpiece surface, or these positive ions will impinging over the tool surface, they start removing the material. If because of what, because of the spark, but this, if this spark will be continue, then it will form a arc. Okay, so we do not want the formation of the arc, so what will happen, we have to cut this power, we have to cut this current, whatever the current that is we are supplying. Okay, so if you will that's why we are using this controlled pulse generator. Okay, so whenever there is a need to generate this power supply, means I current we can say, so that time it will be on, and after we do not want like suddenly we have to collapse it, so that time what will happen, this we have to turn off. So what will happen when when there is a pulse generator, when the current is supplying, that time this ionized column is formed. But what will happen when the current is off, that time this complete ionized column, this complete ionized column is collapsed. This complete ionized column is collapsed. This is collapsing due to the cut off the current. Okay, as you will cut off the current, or this collapse this takes place, as this is not a, this is the ionized plasma, it's not a single spark. Okay, it's not a single electron is moving, number of electrons are moving with a very high velocity. So when this complete ionized column is collapsed, what will happen, that there will be a pressure shock wave is generated. Okay, means because what exactly, by at the microsecond this complete kinetic energy is converted into the thermal energy, and for a microsecond this temperature is reduced to the 10,000 degrees centigrade. So what will happen if you will, that means the 10,000 degrees generated, and you whatever the heat is consumed for that, if you will remove it, means when you will cut off the power supply, what will happen, this will basically they will generate the pressure and the shock wave. Pressure and shock wave. Now what will happen with the, because of this pressure and shock wave, that whatever the material which is removed from the workpiece area, for an example, like this one we can say, like this is the material of the, this is the material from the workpiece is removed, this is vanished out. Okay, vanished out, and they will, as I said, that here we are using this inside of that the fluid is coming, dielectric fluid is coming. So as the shock wave is generated along with this dielectric fluid, this material which is removed here in this workpiece area, they will also vanished out. So this will move and sedimented over the workpiece surface, and that we have already seen yesterday, that we are using the hoses through which these this material which is removed, and the dielectric fluid, means we can say slurry, that is taken out. Okay, and there is a first reservoir we are taking, we are considering. So in that basically this slurry is formed, slurry is basically stored, and there we are using another reservoir. So in between them we are using a filter, so that material which is removed from the workpiece and the dielectric fluid is bifurcated. Okay, so that again this material which is removed, so that is basically nothing but a scrap only, so that's just throughout, and the remaining dielectric fluid will be passes through the main reservoir. Now again through this reservoir, this is connected with this tool. Okay, so in between there is a fluid. Okay, so this is exactly happening. Now let's see what the points I have written over here. First point is the high speed electrons and ions impinge over the workpiece surface and the tool surface respectively in the ionized channel. So channel here is I'm calling this as a column only. Okay, the kinetic energy of these electrons and the ions while impacting on the surface of workpiece and the tool respectively, means respectively means the electrons which is impinging over the workpiece surface and the ions which is impinging over the tool surface. So that's why I'm writing respectively. So that converted into the thermal energy means this kinetic energy. This kinetic energy is converted into the thermal energy when it will impinge over the workpiece or tool surface. Okay, and this causes the rise in temperature which is in the range of 10,000 degrees centigrade. Okay, another is the rise in temperature causes removal of the material from the tool and the workpiece, and the material removal occurs due to the instant vaporization of the melting as well as vaporization of the material as well as the melting that I have discussed you guys. Okay, there is a one more thing, but that I will discuss you in the next slide. Okay, same points with what I have discussed with you guys. So as the potential difference is withdrawn, okay, means once you will turn off the power supply, okay, the ionized column is no longer sustains, means whatever the ionized column is formed, that will basically collapse, and the collapse of ionized column generate the pressure and the shock wave, okay, which evacuates the molten material, forming a crater. Please keep crater of removing material around the site of the spark. Now crater, guys, yesterday if you will see the first slide where I was discussing about the literature part, here with the first point only I mentioned that the Joseph Presley in 1766, he was by profession, he was a chemist and he was an automotive engineer as well. So he basically invented, first discovered the electric discharge on the cathode surface which was left due to the erosion of the craters. Now if you have yesterday maybe or last class you have focused, then there's a craters, erosion of the craters. Now erosion I'm saying because fluid we are using or the oil is there, and the crater is what, like, now if we talk about the craters, then is like, if just assume that okay, this is the workpiece and this is the spark is generated. Okay, so once the spark is generated, now the material will be removed from the workpiece area, from this area where the spark is generated. Okay, so like uh, we can say that this spark, okay, if you will see the spark which is generated at very microseconds, okay, if you will see the geometry of that spark, like if you just try to see the geometry of that spark, then it is very uh, we just it's just visible. So it has some length, some specific length, very small length, and it will be like if you will see the diameter, okay, then diameter will also be in nanometers. Okay, so that's why it's not exactly like, if you will see from a very near area, then only it will be visible. So what the point is, like if you will see when the spark is generated and because of that only the material is removed, so the material is removed from this area. Okay, now there will be like, once another spark will be generated, that will also remove the area. Like for an example, this surface is removed, now you have to give a feed so that another material will be removed from this one. So which shape will be formed exactly by the formation of the spark? Okay, so here the point is that which shape is exactly formed by the formation of the spark, or the material is removed. When the material is removed, which shape exactly form over the workpiece surface, means over the top of that, as well as from how the material will be removed. There is the assumptions. So assumption is what, like whatever the when the spark is generated, if you will see in a enlarged way, if you will see enlarge it, then this is the workpiece, and if you will, there is a spark is generated, then this will remove the area, this will remove the material from some specific area. Okay, from some specific area. So we can say like, this is removing the material up when the spark is generated, like up to this, sorry. Okay, so spark is generated up to that, and from this point to this, up to this, it is removing the material. If I'm saying in a particular direction, in a x direction we can say, or any direction we are taking, so up to this one it is removing. So when you will see that how it is removing the material from inside the workpiece material, then it will be treated as a, it will be a assumptions kind of things, or you can yeah, it's a kind of assumption that it is removing the material like in a semi sphere form. Okay, because whatever the length that is covered in this area, like I can say this is a small r distance from this point where the spark is generated and up to this one. So this in this direction also, like this is small r only, because I'm considering where the spark is generated at that point, I'm considering that as a center point. So now this is a center point, and from this direction, from this point, from both the direction or in the all the direction, here from front view it is only visible two direction. I will show you the top view as well. So when this from this center point up to this length the spark is generated, and similarly we are assuming that from this point if we'll move inside the workpiece surface, then this will also be the same length. So this is r, this is r, this is small r, and this is small r. So it will be looks like it will be looks so in this direction also, like in this direction it will be small r, in this direction also be it will be small r. So it will be treated as like semi sphere. Okay, this is how the material is removed from the workpiece area when the single spark is generated. Okay guys, now one more thing is that this is the front view. So when you will see the top view, then top view for you have to see from this side. So when you will see the top view, when you will see the top view, then this which is like visible here, like this is the center and this is RR. So it will be looks like this one, because now this is the spark and this is impinging, like spark is generated so in this area. So if this is r and this is r, so in this direction it will also be r, in this direction it will be also r, and all the direction when you will match it, it will be like a circle. So this is exactly you can say that this is the point where the spark is generated. Okay, and this is r, this is small r, this is small r, this is small r, and everything is r only. So this is the circle. Okay, now this point exactly, this we are calling it as a crater. Okay guys, so this is, please keep in mind the crater, the formation of the crater in terms of the material which is removed, this is due to the dielectric fluid only, because of the spark is generated, and that is in the form of crater. So when you will see the top view, it will be looks like this circle, and when you will see from the front view, it will looks like a semi sphere. Okay, please keep in mind guys. Okay, now let's see, again read it this point, that is the okay. As the potential difference is withdrawn, okay, when the ionized column is formed, is the potential difference is withdrawn, the ionized column is no longer sustained, it is means it is collapsed. The collapse of ionized column generates the pressure and the shock wave, which evacuates the molten material, forming a crater of the removing material. Now the crater is formed, it means that the area, the material has been removed from this area, from this area, as this is the, this will be looks like from the top view, and from this area it will be looks like a front view. Okay, around the forming of a crater of removing of material around the site of the spark. Okay guys, next move to the second point. The generator is used to apply voltage pulses. There's, as I mentioned, that we are using the controlled pulse generator. Controlled pulse generator. Okay, so generator is used to apply voltage pulses between the tool and the workpiece. A constant voltage is not applied. Reason is we do not want the generation of the arc. Okay, we do not want the formation of the arc, we want only the formation of the spark. Okay, so the constant voltage is not applied, only sparking is desired in EDM rather than the arcing operation. Okay, now why exactly not required, the because the arcing leads to localized material removal at a particular point, whereas the spark gets distributed all over the tool surface, leading to uniformity distribution of the material removal under the tool. Like as I saying, this is the surface which is generated, that when you will see from the top view it will be a circle, and when you will see from this front view it will be a formation of like semi, like because exactly it is not means yeah, exactly it is a semi sphere. So this is a uniform. Okay, when I'm saying that this is a point, center point r, and this is a center point, and from this in any direction it is small r length. So this is small r is uniform, means from the center in all the direction, in the top view as well as sorry, when you will see in the top view, then also it will be r, and when you will see the front view, then also it will be r. So that's why we are using it. Okay, the uniform distribution material removal under the tool when the spark is generated, but when the arc which leads to a localized material, in like it will remove the material from a specific area only, but it should not be a uniform. Okay, one more thing is here that which I mentioned in the yesterday last slide, last lecture, that why we are using the dielectric fluid, because of that only the uniformity is occurs. Okay, otherwise if you will use the if you will not use the dielectric fluid, or you will taste it into the atmosphere, normal atmosphere, then it will not be uniform. That will be the same feature of the arc only. Okay, or maybe sometimes it will not remove the material, or it will take a lot of time to remove the material. Okay, but it will not be uniform. For the uniformity of the material only, we are using the dielectric fluid, guys. Okay, please keep in mind. Now there is a one more thing here is, like as I said that we are using the controlled pulse generator. So how exactly the voltage and the current is supplying, but this is not the actual will be something different that I will show you in the most probably in the next class. Actually it will not be like that, but just to show you that how the potential difference is created and what the flow of the current in that. So initially, like from here, just assume that machining is start, means the potential difference is created. So as the potential difference is created, we are writing potential difference. The meaning is we are creating the voltage, we are supplying the voltage in the beginning. Okay, so the potential difference is created, and this is the voltage and time curve, and this is the current and the time curve. So on this, the voltage, as you will supply the voltage, it immediately rises. Just keep it for some times till the ionized plasma is formed, and again just make it zero, means just cut off the power supply. Okay, so this is the time where actually the material is removed. Okay, and after some time there is no potential difference, and again you will supply the potential difference. So again it will rise to the maximum, and again it will become, the material is removed, and again it will become zero. So actually what is happening, that if we talk about a cycle, means a cycle time, then from this point from this point to this point we are supplying that current, or the energy we are supplying, and in this zone there is no there is no energy. So we can say that this is the time which is during the power supply is on. So I am writing this t in subscript, it is on, and this is the time when there is no power supply, so this is off. Okay, so the time is off. So this is actually from here to here, this is basically the total cycle time. Okay guys, so this is tc. This is the total, no, not total, but it is for the single spark. Okay, so this is the cycle time. Okay, now if you will see the current in this zone, because current basically I hope that all of you has gone through the formulas that is based on the during the welding process. Okay, so in the, if you will see in the welding, then there is a relationship between the current and the length, which is length of the arc. Okay, there is a linear relationship. So if you will see, this is the here, if here the same thing, because spark is generated, but we are not making it regularly, so that's why that's not arc, but relationship will be same only. So now at the same time, like when you will start the when you will set up the potential difference, that time only we have to start the current. But as it is a linear relationship, so it will take some time to reach its maximum value. Okay, so that's why we say that we always say that the potential difference is created, but immediately it is not reaching to a maximum temperature. Reason is it will reach after some times, because current has a linear relationship. Okay, so it will reach to the maximum, and as you will collapse the means you will cut off the voltage up to that, it will be maximum, and when it will, this voltage immediately becomes zero. But as I said that it has a linear relationship, so it will take little bit time, but this time will be same. Means if we are if I am talking about that up to this time, means this time from this to this one, it is took some time, means for an example t1 to reach to the maximum value, then this time will be same from this we can say this is the T2 timing from maximum to 0. So this T1 will be equals to T2 only. Okay guys, so there is no need to worry. And again there will be a same like up from here to here it is the T on time where the power supply actually the material is removed, and this is the T off time. Okay, this is T on and this is T off. So this is the total cycle time. This is TC. Total not for one spark. This is a cycle time. Okay, guys. So, guys, if you have any doubt up to this, you can ask me. Otherwise, I will go to the next one. I'm giving you 1 minute. If you have any doubt, you can ask me, guys. Okay. Okay. So, no doubt. Then let's proceed to the next one. So here I'm just taking some of the points that is related with the dielectric fluid as well as the electrode material. Okay, tool material we can say. So dielectric fluid, if we are talking about the dielectric fluid, then is the material removal occurs due to the thermal evaporation and the melting. Guys, that's why I mentioned there that thermal evaporation, because the complete kinetic energy is converted into the thermal energy, and in other words, like we can say vaporization as well. So in other words, I'm just saying that evaporation or the melting. Please keep in mind this one. Okay. So now because of the thermal heating performed in the absence of oxygen causes the oxidation on surface and leads to the poor surface conductivity of workpiece. That's why we are using the dielectric fluid, which will be oxygen free. As I said that if you will use this spark into the air only, then he like we cannot use it because from the literature part only we started. So our main focus is not to use this spark into the air or atmosphere because that it will react with the oxygen which is available in the air. Okay, so that will form if it will react, then it will form the oxides into the workpiece surface. So that will basically, because of that, the surface finishing is poor, as well as the oxide formation is also occur inside that. Okay, so there is a possibility. So that's why we are using the dielectric fluid which provides the oxygen free machining. Okay. Another thing is what the requirements for the dielectric fluids we have to keep in mind, that sufficient and stable strength to serve an insulation between the tool and the workpiece till the breakdown voltage is reached. Okay, breakdown voltage means like we can say as the ionized column is formed and we are just cut off the voltage, so that up to that there will it should be provided, it should be treated as a insulation for the tool and the workpiece. Okay, now deionized rapidly after the spark discharge has been takes place. Okay, this is just like what I discussed yesterday, that we do not want to formation of the ions here. Okay, because otherwise there will be no difference between ECM and the EDM. Okay, and that will also like flushes out the particles produced during the spark out of this gap. This is like one of the advantage of the dielectric fluid which we are using, as well as along with the ionized collapsed. Okay, because of that only the pressure and the shock wave is generated, as the liquid is there. Because of that only the material which is removed, that will basically flush it out. Okay, so please keep in mind this one. These are just mainly this is the thing which we have to keep in mind for the dielectric fluid. Okay, next is, if we talk about the electrode material, then as I said that there is a formation of the spark. So if the spark is generated, then definitely it will remove the material from the tool side as well. So this, if this spark is generated, then definitely it will remove the material from the tool side as well. So what we exactly want, we want the machining of the workpiece or the tool? We want the machining of the workpiece. So what we want, def- definitely there will be a spark. Because of that's why only we are calling it as a EDM process. And if the spark is generated, removal of the material definitely will be from the tool. So like we cannot do anything with the tool that there will be no removal of the material, but we can reduce it. Okay, so whatever the material of the tool we are using, it should has a good properties. Okay, other like density or like good strength in comparison with the workpiece, so that when the spark is generated, it will remove material but less, very less. Okay, so what the properties that is required, that less tool wear, easily workable, so that intricate shape geometries can be formed. Now what is intricate means the complex shapes. Now why I'm talking about the complex shapes, because like yesterday I mentioned the one of the figure which is like this one in the last class, sorry. In the last class we discussed about this figure, that we have to use, if we have to make these kind of shapes, then what will happen, that like on the tool side also we have to create the same geometry, means replica of that we have to create. So if this is the tool, if this is the tool that we are using, then what will happen, this tool is generally, like I'm saying, that this it should be less wear. And if there is a less wear, then definitely there will be a means less wear means we have to like, if this is a less wear, it means that it has a very high density as well as the very high strength. So if it has a very high strength, then how you will make this complicated shape over that. Okay, so this is the main point we have to keep in mind. So like the material we have to choose accordingly, that should be easily workable, so that whatever the shape that we have to, intricate shape or complex shape, we have to make on that, so that machining can be done very easily. Okay, so that we have to keep in mind. Apart from this, the characteristics which is required, which is related with these points only, that good conductor of the electricity, by the way, a conductor of electricity by both the workpiece and the tool, it should be both. Okay, high thermal conductivity, so because the temperature which is generated here, that is in the range of 10,000 degrees centigrade. So if this, because of that, the vaporization is occur over the workpiece surface, so if same thing will happen the tool, then definitely this wear will be increases. Okay, so we have to keep in mind this one. Okay, high thermal conductivity, high density, and the high melting points, because of this reason. Okay, generally the preferred electrodes materials are graphite, copper, brass, and these are some others. Okay, so please keep in mind, guys. Okay, so let's move to the next one, that is the modeling of MRR. So it will just take 10 to 15 minutes, guys. Okay, so from that, like tomorrow we can next class we can start the about the different types of the circuits. Okay, so okay, so modeling of MRR. Okay, so this is these the tool which is a anode side. Okay, so sorry, this is the cathode side which is a negative, and this is the anode side which is a positive, releasing the positive ions and negative ions electrons, we can say. And this is connected, once it is connected with the power supply, so the spark is generated as the dielectric fluid we are using. So that is the uniformity of the material is removed due to the formation of spark. Now the modeling of removal rate is like, is this spark is generated at this point. Now from this point linearly in this direction we are taking the distance which is small r. Okay, and in this direction will also be small r only, and bottom side it will be also small r only. And that we have already seen that this is the semi sphere, whatever the material is removed and the shape is formed, that will be in semi sphere. Okay, so if this is the semi sphere and this is the material is melted during the single spark, so the volume of the melted zone or volume of melted material, that will be equals. Okay, guys, let me first brief you that why I am taking this one, because we are going to model the material removal rate. So what is the material removal rate? Either in ECM we discuss that it will be like, if we are discussing per weight, okay, means weight per unit time, then we can consider it in the gram, okay, or kg, we can say per unit time. But here we are not going for that, we are going for how much amount of the volume is removed. So this is basically the volume which is removed. Okay, so material removal rate will be equals to, in this case, that will be equals to how much amount of the material is melted or how much amount of the material is removed per unit time. Unit time means here the cycle time, because this material is removed during the cycle only. Means cycle means, if like here the question can be raised that this material is removed only when the spark is generated. Spark is generated means when the time is on. Okay, you can ask me this question that how you are writing, sir, that this is the cycle time. Why we are not writing only when the power is on? Because the material is removed during that time only. Guys, please look at here that there is a collapse of the ionized column, and because of that the pressure and shock wave is generated, and along with the dielectric fluid the material which has been melted, that was vanished out or flushed out. Okay, so that is also you have to consider. And when it will happen, actually when it occur, it occur when the time was off. Okay, so this is very very important. You do not write directly here T on, it should be T on plus T off. Sorry, this is T off, this is the cycle time. Okay, so now what we are going to do is we are calculating the volume which is removed. Okay, so that we are looking for. Okay, so now the volume of the melted material is, we have to like how it will what will be the material if the volume of the sphere is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Okay, this is the volume of the sphere. So if this is a semi sphere, so this volume will become half, so this will become like 2 by 3 pi r cube. This is equation number 1. Sorry, this is equation number 1. Please keep this one 1, and this is 2. So directly here from you can calculate the material removal rate. So this will be equals to Vm, that is 2 pi r cube upon 3 into T cycle. Okay guys, so this is equation number 3. So so now here this will be in mm cube per cycle. Okay guys, but the the main thing in this one is the material which is removed, like we are just assuming
ये
that it will
साइकिल
be
फिर से रिपीट कीजिए थोड़ा.
sorry guys, Majid, please guys speak once again.
सर ये साइकिल जो आपने बोला ना, साइकिल में मतलब रिमूव रेट हो जाता है सर, ये आप रिपीट कीजिए थोड़ा.
Okay, so okay guys, so here just I'm just for that I'm going to back over here. Okay, in this slide here, Majid, please keep in mind that here that this when the voltage is on. Okay, so voltage is on, that time it will reach to the maximum. Okay, it will stable for some time, and after that we are just cut off the power. So cut off the power means there is a collapse of the ionized plasma that I mentioned over here. Okay, is the electrons is generated or the ions is generated, positive ions from the workpiece and the tool, that is due to the potential difference is created. Means voltage is supply. अगर मान लीजिए आप उस voltage को ही बंद कर देंगे, then this will be collapsed because there is no power supply. So what I want to say is when the power is supply or the potential difference is created, this is the time when we are calling it as a T on. Means during this time the potential difference is created, and T of the time when there is a ionized column which is formed, that is collapse. The ionized column which is formed during this time, this is now collapsed during this time. So this is the time which is we are calling defining by the T off. Now what I want to consider over here is like this is the material removal rate is what, this is the total amount of the volume removed from the workpiece material per unit time. So this is the Vm. Okay, this is the Vm, we are talking about a single spark only. So this is the Vm which is removed, melted. Okay, and this is the per unit time. So this time will be cycle time. I'm not saying that T on only. Why? Because we know that during this T on the ionized column is formed, and because of that only, because ionized column is what, there is an impingement, means impingement of the electrons on the workpiece and the positive ions on the tool surface. So when they are impinging with a very high velocity, their kinetic energy is converted into the thermal energy. Because of that the material is removed. So this is happening everything when the time is on, means the potential difference was on created. Now we just cut off that potential difference. So when it was cut off, when the time is off, when the time is off. So when you can ask me here that why are you writing, sir, this is the cycle time, you just write T on only. What is the need to write T off? So I just for that only I'm just giving you a point that I cannot write T on only, because if we write the T on, then we can say that okay, this much amount of the material is removed. Okay, this much amount of the material is removed. Okay, but exactly what will happen when you will generate the another spark, where it will go? It will should come in a solid contact. Now this is the material is melted means it is in a liquid form. If the spark will come in contact with this liquid zone, then it will not remove the material, means it's a vestige of spark. It is a vestige of timing on when the second spark is generated. So what we have to do for the solid to solid contact or workpiece to tool contact, we have to remove this material from this zone which is already melted. Now how you will remove that material? You cannot like just pull something and bring it out. It cannot be possible. Okay, so what we have to do, we are using when we tee off, that time what is happening, whatever the ionized column is formed, okay, that will collapse. Because of the collapse, there is a formation of the pressure and the shock wave. Pressure and shock wave. And what will happen because of the pressure and shock wave, like it is like collapse, this is a ionized column and it will basically burst. It's a kind of busting is there. Okay, so it will shock is generated or a pressure wave is generated. Because of that, what will happen, whatever the material is melted over in this region, specific region, it will vanished out or it is flushed out along with the dielectric fluid which is coming in this direct from this tool. Okay, it will be flow in this direction and it will be flushed out through in this region. Okay, so now when this is material which is removed, this is flushed out. Now there will be a solid to solid contact. Okay, now there will be another, when the spark will come, it will be treated like this one. Sorry. Okay, now for the second spark, this material will be like this. So it means that if the tool is still here, if the tool is still here, then this is a very high gap. The gap is increased. So what will happen, then now the spark will be generated in this direction over here. So again, the material will be removed from this region now. Or there is a possibility to generate the spark in this region. So the material will be removed in this region. Okay, there is a possibility. So what I want to say is exactly the, you cannot write directly here T on. You should be write T cycle. Okay, this is a total cycle. During the T on, the material is removed, but how it is vanished out? This is vanished out during the when the time is off. And what happened during the time is off? We did not pick it from the hand, but during the by the collapse of this ionized column, there is a shock wave is generated, and because of that only the material which is removed is flushed out along with the dielectric fluid. So I think is it clear, Majid?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, so I think I'm stopping up to here because it will take 15-20 minutes more. So, if you have any other doubt, you can ask me. So, we will continue with this modeling limit rate from the next class. Okay. So, if you have any doubt, you can ask me, guys, by the time I'm taking your attendance. Guys, some of you are from your with your name only, so I request that from the next class you should join with your roll number as well. Okay. Okay, guys. So if you do not have any doubt, then we are stopping up to here. In the next class, we will start with the modeling of material removal rate, as well as we'll discuss about the different types of the circuits that we are using. Exactly, I will discuss the main one of the circuit that we are using, that is a relaxation circuit or RC circuit, or in other words, we can say laser Renko circuit, that we will discuss in detail. And other, I will just brief you guys. Okay. So, okay, guys, now you can leave the meeting. And one more thing is here.